This is us at our best.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to discuss a topic that has been brought to my attention. This is just my own personal beliefs, how I truly feel about the subject. You know, no shade towards anyone. So, I was talking with a friend the other day on the topic of cheating, and I do want to hear your views on it. So, I'm just gonna tell you mine, and hopefully, you know, we can have a discussion about this. Okay. Cheating. I personally do not believe in cheating. I do not think that there's any reason for a person to cheat. If you're truly unhappy with the relationship that you're in, you should let that person know so y'all can either try to fix it or just separate. And I feel like when you cheat, it's really selfish. It has nothing to do with the other person. It's something that's wrong with the person that's cheating. It's like, for that to be like your last resort, for you to feel like, okay, you left me nothing else to do is to cheat. It's like, there's plenty of things you can do. Because if you're unhappy, you can talk to a person. If you're not ready to be in a relationship, don't get into a relationship. There's absolutely no reason to go out and cheat on someone. I've personally experienced a level of cheating, not like a high level. It was just like this one incident back in high school, like my first long-term relationship. We were together roughly like 5 years. In the beginning, he cheated on me. He didn't tell me, or I didn't find out until like years later, like way into the relationship, when he finally came out and told me. Basically his reason was, I didn't think we were all that serious, and you wasn't giving up the goods, which at the time I was a virgin. We were not having sex. So what I felt so many emotions. I felt confused, I felt hurt, I felt trapped, like I didn't know what to do, and like I felt like the decision to move forward or to stop or anything, the decision that I would have to make for myself was like taken away from me, because you've waited all this time to tell me what happened, and I felt like the decision to walk away or decision to like stop before things got too deep for me was taken away, because at that point, like, I was like so deep in love and all that stuff, and it was such a long time ago. I forgave him, but still it took me a while to get to that point. And no, it didn't make me feel any worse as a person, as a woman. Like, I still felt like I deserved a certain level of respect. I still felt as though, you know, I should be treated like the queen that I was. Like, there was no reason for me to internalize everything. I know there are people who do internalize these sorts of things, and I know when it gets to a certain point that you start to internalize, like, especially if you forgive them and they do it again, so you start to think maybe it's something that's wrong with me. And I get that, and for the most part, you have to realize that when a person's decision has absolutely nothing to do with you, especially when it comes to cheating. They know exactly the consequences that they will get for cheating. There's a possibility they could lose you or anything like that, and they just negate the fact. Like, there is no instance that cheating should be okay. If you're in an open relationship, that's different. You're in an open relationship, y'all are very open about being with other people, therefore it's not cheating. And I do believe, even in an open relationship, if you were to be with somebody and not tell a person, they will consider that cheating. Or if you have a specific set of rules in place to prevent people from getting hurt, and you break those rules, that would be considered cheating. And I feel as though if you're in a monogamous relationship and you're exclusive with each other, there's no outside affection to anyone of the opposite sex or the same sex, then that should be upheld. Like, to tell a person that you cheated is hard, especially if you really love that person and everything. But it's something that has to be done. I feel like honesty should be 100% in any relationship, whether it's a romantic relationship, a friendship, or anything. Like, there are instances where you can keep stuff from somebody, but when it's like that you're totally wrong in the situation, I don't feel like you should continue on like nothing happened, because like the saying goes, what's done in the dark comes to the light. So if you're in a relationship with somebody and you truly want to make it work, you can't build a foundation on lies, because eventually that shit is going to crumble. And I feel as though I would rather be told, deal with my emotions, and figure out what is best for me, because at the end of the day, you didn't think about what's best for us. You thought about what's best for you in that moment. And telling me that you cheated on me, I need to think about what's best for me. I need to think about what... Of course I'm going to forgive you, because I'm not fin to go my entire life holding a grudge. But once I forgive you, do I want to still be with you? Do I want to still continue on to the future we're trying to build together? See, those are the questions that you need to answer. And if you don't tell nobody, that it's like completely taken away. And I don't feel like that's selfish. I know that sometimes people be like, I don't want to tell them, it's going to hurt, this, that, and third. Well, of course it's going to hurt them. Who wants to be cheated on? But at the same time, the damage is already done. Like, you may not tell them now, but what happens months later, years later, when the person finds out that you did? But then, like, I feel like it'll be a lot worse, because y'all tried to build a life together. Now it's like almost everything that you built, everything you was told, everything you believed in was a lie almost. And it just tarnishes everything that you built, could have built, going to build, all of that. And I feel as though, from my personal experience, I do not want to go through that again. It's just like there's no trust after that. Like, what can you move on to? Like, who's to say how many other times you've cheated because you finally decided to come clean, or the person you cheated with decided like, yo, I don't like what I'm seeing, and decides to ruin like your house. Like, it makes no sense. But that's just me. Cheating is a no-no in my book. I don't cheat. I don't plan on cheating. If I'm truly unhappy with someone, you will know. And if you still feel as though like you can still do the same thing and not change, and we not work on it, then there's no point in us being together, because I want to grow with the person I'm with. I want us to like continue to grow with each other, alongside each other, and know that our relationship is not going to stay the same. It's going to continue to become different. Like, we're growing together. Like, now is not the time to be stagnant. We can't just be stuck in our ways. And I'm learning that, and I hope that, Kyle knows that. But it's like, if you are choosing not to change and shit is getting bad, and you decide to go out and cheat, then what's the point of being with somebody? Like, if you rather go out with this other girl and do all this other stuff, then just be with her. Don't stay with me and hide that. Like, just, if you rather be with her, go with her. If you rather be with him, go with him. Like, whatever you want. Like, there's no reason to cheat. Like, communication is key. If you're still hung up on your ex, do not get into a relationship. Because it's like, it's unfair to you, and it's unfair to the person that you're with. Because if you want to be with somebody, but you can't, wait till you're like completely, I don't want to say satisfied, but you accept the circumstance. I've been in relationships where I was, I'm in a relationship, but I still like this guy, and if he tried to talk to me, then of course, like, okay, I don't want to be with you, because now, like, there's a chance for me and him, and that is unfair to the other person because he truly liked me, but I liked him. I just didn't like him as much as the other guy, which is unfair. I didn't completely let go of that relationship, and I feel like I learned from that because I had to learn that you're not always gonna get closure with everyone you're with. Sometimes it's just gonna be like dot at the end of a story. Like there's no like the end. It's just that dot. And you just have to live with it. It's not gonna be a sequel. It's not gonna be reunion. It just is what it is. And he taught me that lesson, and I learned from that point on, like, if a person just stops talking to you or decides they want to be with you, you just have to accept it, because what's the point in chasing behind somebody or staying so attached to somebody when there could be something better that comes along that is for you, instead of like holding out and maybe doing something you're not supposed to do while you're with somebody else. Just close the door yourself for you. Don't go to them trying to get closure, because a lot of people do not give you closure, and sometimes that causes people to cheat. Hey, I don't know the reasons everybody wants to cheat, but I know that cheating is very hurtful. It's very selfish at the end of the day, because you did it for you. It didn't have anything to do with the person that you're supposed to be with. So I'm just gonna end that there. I may do another video for this, but this is just something that I wanted to go ahead and get off of my chest. If you've experienced cheating, or if you can relate to anything in this video, please comment below. Please let me know, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.